Welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the UNLV Rebels and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, catching up with Coach Mullen before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. The Rebels will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Well, I think the ball just got on the receiver so quickly. He took his time working his route, and by the time he got his head around, ball was already there, and he just wasn't able to stab it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Run it with the fullback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. The run inside. It's Allen. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Sticks it in his belly. Got a little grass. Stumbled to the ground.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Throws it deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
The Falcons decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. They kick it away on 4th down. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thomas. Breaks into the open. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. Moving out to the right. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the 1st down.
To the air, it's Orji. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Pulls it on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas.
And who says option football is dead now in college football? How about that in the opening drive of the game, taking advantage of the athleticism you have at quarterback, and they're able to get a touchdown off of it early here, Dave.
And it's just so frustrating because defensively it makes you play so slow. Like, it literally becomes basketball is man-to-man. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch. Makes defenses slow down. Let's see how they adjust after this first drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Up-tempo for the offense.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run. Nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the 1st down.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Finding open area. There's some room. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a 1st down.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A little old school football riding the big fella, and a nice gain on that one.
Yeah, this guy's an athlete, too. He's not just a blocker. You can hand off the ball, and he can go find positive yards. Shows you right there.
And the Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Looking to throw. And that ball is live in the backfield. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Falcons need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll run for it, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But
oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point was good. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Falcons come to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. This time he wants to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Falcons are rolling down the field.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. The give to the big fullback, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense, and here you go.
Might have a chance. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. Big fullback's got it. Turning it on. Quick step and go. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Falcon. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's in open space downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
After run, now throw. Fires to the big fella. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
To the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Under fire. And they got it.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Stopped short of the first down marker. They are in field goal range, and 3 would make it a 2-possession game.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking. Receiver trying to make a play. You could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Falcons will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Falcons come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. There's a crease. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football.
Unleashes one deep. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism. And you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him. If you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
And he made the extra point without problem. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Orji. Finds the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got the first himself. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Gain of 26. And that's a first down for the offense.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going deep. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Looking downfield on first down. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Falcons in the hurry up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down.
You run the slant route day one. And this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Falcons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And, right, when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart with the football. Don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much. He pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Making side adjustments here. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And back to the air on second down. Kept it, he's past the marker. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 4 team, the Ole Miss Rebels. And it's Missouri with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Orji. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. The 20. The 10. Touchdown UNLV. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. the Air Force offense ready to take over. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score...
Turning it on! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the hole, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Oh, he's got a chance. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Falcons want to crank the tempo. Off-play action on first down. Complete.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get the first through the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on third down, forcing the fourth down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. And he's not going to be able to... Just way there, the defense with the stop.
Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on downs.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. Oh, better look out. Maybe a crease. Picks up the first down. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air. It's Orchie. He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. And the Falcons moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Orji. Quarterback gets the first down. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Rebels. And the route is on.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Nice move to keep running. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, going to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, obviously...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Rebels offense is back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the Rebels have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Buys a little time with his feet. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Number 32, set to kick this one away.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The Falcons are in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play.
Here's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Stopped at the 38-yard line, and that will give them the 1st down. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. You're in plus territory, no desire to give the football back. Maybe the punt doesn't even work out. They go for it, and it works out well.
So I wonder if you go tempo.
Deep shot for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the 1st down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down and goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Oh, they're after him, and it's a sack.
I guess no run plays involved here. Like 1st and goal, sack. 2nd and goal, sack. This offense, they're going the wrong direction. They got to find some way to get the football out of their quarterback's hands. Throw it to a playmaker. Throw it to the big tight end. Find something besides continuing to go backwards.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Under fire. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot.
Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Could be an alley. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Got enough for the first. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. Dropping back, it's Orji. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Gain of 28. First and goal, UNLV.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Swings it out to his running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second and goal coming up. Back to pass. Scrambling away. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And this one splits the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Got room at the 35. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And the Falcons want to move quickly. Fullback's got it. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Second down coming up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Running inside. It's Allen. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now the offense will back it up 5 and try it on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Check, check.
Trying play action. Dances away. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. After their defense slammed the door shut, now the finishing touches can be put on this one. On the run, fires downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
He's going to take off. There he goes. Smashes ahead. Touchdown Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Air Force 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Direct snap. It's Orji. He makes the grab. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
On the direct snap, it's Orchie. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Number 32 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes...
Snags it, and there's running room. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
65, Air Force 14.
Coming out with it, it's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Allen. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Give to the fullback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. The give to the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the 1st?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard.
Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.